Ruler gonna burn his cleanse already. Tons of damage going into him, and even the flash forward! Oh, gets it done in big trouble! Yeah, Ruler's just dead. There's no way to get out of this one, and they're just trying to keep Duro around as well. They're gonna give this kill over to Viper, and now Duro is going to flash away, so they get Chovy in a lot of trouble. He will flash out, though, and now it's just Duro who looks to be going down. The question is who gets the kill. It will be Zeka. So now, though, gonna ult the wave, and it's just a 1v2 here. Do they have enough damage? Yes, they absolutely do. So Keen, actually on the left side here, might be able to get him. The Rumble ult does come down, and he's just trying to zone, but meanwhile, Delight goes in, and they're doing this all without Zeka, who is now looking to TP, and this fight is gonna go to Peanut, who does pick up that first Mountain Drake for the side of HLE. As now Zeka's here and Gen.G are between a rock and a hard place. Zeka is going to get knocked up. They're trying to go in onto this one and get a trade in Canyon with the help of Ruler. And now Gen.G are turning this fight around. They lost the Drake, but at least Chovy just going to flash out of this one as now he goes for the wall, but that's a Poppy. You can't get away from the Poppy by using your wall. And Peanut sits him down. Meanwhile, though, Gen.G are going to go for this Otacon. They say, well, you committed heavily to the top side of the map. So who wins this fight?
Look at Viper, look at Viper. They're getting shredded. If he lands a piercing arrow, it would do so much damage.
Well, let's see what happens on this fight. A lot of damage already coming out here from Zeka as the smite will be 100% to the side of Gen.G. And now the TP just dies immediately. And they turn on a Delight as well. A big sweep here from Viper. He's alone. The damage doesn't go through. And it's only Viper that can get this one done. And it looks like Duro will have to be sacrificed once again. But already the Otacon was picked up by Gen.G. He's coming in. I think with the three of them, they should be able to get this one down. The Gwen can shred a bit more through the Poppy compared to other champs, but eventually you're not going to win a 1v3, and that will be kind of scrambling here, taking a bunch of damage. Now Delight going in, looking for the engage, but he gets blown up. But meanwhile, Canyon now, Zeus flashes over the wall. He's going to trade 1-for-1, but Duro is down as he does get taken out here. The chase here onto Keen. But now even Zeus is taking a ton, as now the engage does come in from Delight, but he goes down immediately, and Canyon's not even looking at the fight. He just wants the objective, as he will get it. And now Ruler, alongside of Chovy, so many low health bars, and in goes Canyon. They will look to clean up the fight. Viper is all alone by himself in a 1v3, flashes forward to try to score the win, but he will not be able to, and it's a triple kill. Did you see Chovy's items? He's got a Magi's in this game and a death cap. Now Keen, what's going on here? He goes in by himself, and Gen.G are like, wait. Open up as that ult is not going to hit here from Peanut. He's taking a ton of damage. In goes Canyon, Peanut's dead! And that means the smite is easy for Canyon.
Control, Delight. His game to lose.
Oh boy, Delight just gonna get caught out here, and this has been happening all game. Not trying to go for something, but look at the damage that they do to Peanut, and he snipes him from miles away. As now Delight trying to force the fight here. Duro is pretty low, and actually a decent angle here. Canyon getting pretty low himself. Keen is by himself as well. HLE might have found the one angle to win the fight, but Chovy's still alive. Ruler sniping from very far away. Looks pretty good still for HLE, even though Chovy can do a decent amount. Now Keen just gonna start attacking Delight, who's taking so much, and he's gone! He's just out of the fight, just like that, as Chovy getting pretty low. Zeus gonna flash on in, but Chovy's got his Zhonya's, and he will be able to survive there. Takes a bit of damage, but right now we've got Delight, who is down. Chovy gets the pick again! You will not stop this man! For now, but the wall is gonna come down, and the Poppy ult knocks away the Xin Zhao, but Peanut, he puts himself in such a bad spot, and Keen will live for now, but he gets poked down by the Rumble and the Azir, so he's out of the fight himself. Duro pretty low, and nobody's able to follow up on this one. Zeus getting incredibly low, and he will be taken out. Nothing that Viper can do. And that will be this mid inhibitor going down at least.
The big thing is, though, look at the death timer on Zeus. Elder spawning in 30. I'm not sure they can end right now.
Canyon, he just walks in.
This could change things.
Up dies, and now they gotta go for the fight here. Duro, look at a sacrifice for the team, but Canyon goes down. And that might just be a bit too much for Chovy and Zeka's going in there. He's gonna do a ton to Chovy, who has to flash. Equalizer! They got in! Chovy is down, and they've got a cannon minion here too, HLE. How far do you want to push it? They're looking for the inhibitor.
Well, I guess they can't neutralize that.
No, I don't think so. Bit of a greedy play from Chovy. He is punished.
All right, Chain's gonna go down. Look at the damage from the Azir and the Varus.
Now there's no wave here just yet, but there are another ones coming. And I don't know, with 45 seconds until Chovy respawns, I think Hanwha should be able to end here.
They don't have the same wave clear. They gotta stack up.
They gotta block it.
They gotta stack up and keep the minions alive, and HLE are gonna do exactly that. We got the peanut ult, not gonna hit anything. Keen, desperate to try to stop the minions from hitting the base. He will go down, but HLE, they wanna end the game right here. And right now, they get a kill onto Canyon. They get a kill onto the turrets, and HLE are gonna make it happen in game 1.
They have such a track record of winning those game 1s and game 5s in best of 5s.
Talk about getting early leads. I mean, Chovy's in a really rough spot. Nowhere for him to go. He just stands still and accepts it. Gives the first blood. And now Ruler's going to be handshook. He has to flash and... Zeka, oh, the flash forward, the engaged Renata might just get the job done. The aggression out of the side of HLE is perfect. Canyon needs to hit the smite or he's in a lot of trouble. Peanut going in, going out, and it's just gonna be a straight up flip. It goes to the rise on the side of Gen.G, but now the fight is looking fantastic here for HLE. Zeus goes in, and he gets out just barely. They're trying to turn here on the Ruler, who's all by himself. Duro super low on the left side, and will be taken out, and the extensiveness of this Kalista to play in these long fights will be huge. At least Chovy got the 1 kill. Big onus on them to answer the call. Peanut goes in, and look at this! The Karma's already dead! As they commit to it, the resistances are up. Look at Zeka! He's dead at the same time, and it's just gonna be a flip here for the objective. Down goes Canyon, and it's a flip no more. Zeus 1v1ing Chovy, as he will have to Relmorph out, but it goes over to the Jarvan, and HLE are taking everything. It's a triple kill on the backside of this fight for the Kalista, who has everything going for her. And Peanut's on the Dragon. They're looking for Chovy in the front line. He's pretty tanky, but at the same time, oh, that's going to be Peanut getting pretty low, but they already do take out Chovy, and Peanut will take that trade every day of the week. And now this Kalista is just chomping through them once again. Double kill comes in, and the chase potential here from HLE is huge. Zeus once more. He's going to hold on top of Ruler, who does a bunch of damage and immediately dies. It is a second triple kill for Viper in this fight, and they don't really have the extension to do so. Zeka does get away, but Zeus, okay, Zeka will actually go down. Now Zeus gets charmed here, and all of a sudden, Hanwha Life, they're just gonna get caught out in the mid lane. Now there's no...
You know, we saw Keen go in solo, and he's not able to kill Viper. He bought a lot of time.
Doing it again, as Keen, I think you overstepped quite a bit on this one. They are going to get the turret, but now we got a charm here on a Ruler who has to get Mikhail's. And yeah, he's going to get away for now, but now Zeus is going in, and the chase potential of this comp here from HLE is huge. The charm goes in, catches Chovy, and that might not be enough for him to get away. Canyon being handshook once again, and the struggle is doing nothing in this game. It's 3 more kills to the side of HLE. And Viper still has not died.
I mean, that's basically your Baron all washed away.
In time, and now Chovy, he's got a shield, and a Zhonya's might be enough. But here comes the Ahri, and Chovy's gonna go down, and that is a massive pick before it even begins. It's Canyon! He's running straight at the Kalista. Viper is a menace right now on this pick as Zeka goes in, hits another charm, and there's nothing that Gen.G can do. Tons of damage does go into the Scion. It looks like he might barely get away. As now Ruler trying to bring this one back, but the light is over the wall. He is gonna miss the handshake, but they just have way too many tools, as we have said so many times, and HLE as, okay, big slam. That is going to force the follow-up there with the Fate's Call, but now they get into the backline of Ruler, nowhere for him to go! And HLE take their wallets and they bash them over the heads with it, as down goes Keen as well. And Viper is legendary in this game. Nobody can handle him with this many tools on the roster, and also Zeka did 6k damage in that.
This is something else. When we saw these teams match up last few times in best of 5s, yes, Hanwha was the victor, but it was a lot closer. The first time they won in LCK Summer, it was a big upset. We were like, okay, Hanwha, a new challenger, a new champion, but this time they just look like they are way more prepared than Gen.G.
They're making Gen.G look like they are not the ones that were undefeated. HLE look like they are not to be stopped today as they're stand-in GMs. They've got a pretty good angle. Where are they going to go? Looks like they do want to go straight into Ruler, and he just gets blown up immediately. That's first blood given over to Peanut Sejuani, and just like that, it's that simple. Here, they are going to drop the ult here onto Zeka. He's got his flash. He's going to try to flash over it, but Canyon's still on top of the Sylas. And another rock comes through, and Chovy easily cleans that. Zeka, no flash, no ult stolen, and he's just a sitting duck. Nowhere for him to run, nowhere for him to hide, and Canyon picks up another one. Zeka is not a champion. So they're gonna throw an ult in onto Duro, but he is totally fine. And now we got a trap pale from the side of Canyon as the stolen Nico ultimate doesn't do anything. Everybody on the side of HLE is just melting as they take a questionable fight, and Canyon knocks it down. As we wanted to see more from the man, he's showing it to us right here in game 3. Continuing on this one, Zeus is nearby, level 11. They will be able to keep Duro down. As Duro thought, you know, well, we got total control up on the top side, but is on the way. They're going to pull back Canyon, who is in a lot of trouble here, and will be given a shutdown. Viper, he gets ulted by the Cassante, but he's totally fine for a while until Ruler makes his way to the back line. But that's a very squishy Kaisa, who goes straight into 2 melee members, and he gets punished immediately. Chovy, then they're going on in. They're committing hard onto this kill for Chovy. It's taking quite a while, though, and they give the kill 1,000 gold over to Zeus, but the ensuing fight is not looking too good for the side of Hanwha. Zeka trying to get away, and a missed Nico ult. Looks like Zeka will just sacrifice. Nearly even takes out Ruler. And look at this in mid. Viper's getting a free turret. Can up play as now Peanut is going to be isolated, and Zeus can't do much to help him. As now he's going to be bopped back and tries to hop away. Even Delight is desperately trying to save him, but he won't be able to. It's a double kill for Keen Sante, and Hanwha Life just throw it immediately back into Gen.G's favor on a close fight in top lane.
You know, I was going to say...
Flip here as it does go to Peanut. He gets it, and a 3-man ult comes in from Zeka. They don't have the damage follow-up, though, and Keen is the target here for Hanwha Life. It's not a good one, as in goes Chovy now, taking a bunch from the front line, as he will go down, but now look at Ruler. He's totally unleashed. Nobody can take him down. As Zeus Viper trying to go in, and they trade actually. Will be enough potentially as Zeus gets a big shot. Picks up a kill, but he will be taken down at the very end. Hanwha, all right, nice. Big engage though on top of Viper. He's isolated in the backside, and Ruler just assassinates him. Very nice engage here from the side of Duro. Dolan Impale comes through, and the real Impale does a lot more. Catches 3 in the front with a Nico at the same time, and I think the Wallet's just going to get the job done. Chovy comes on over, and Zeus, he's very fed relatively to his team, but it's not going to be enough. Peanut getting low as well. Will be finished off. It's a clean ace for Gen.G as finally they show some signs of life in this series.
And I think relief for Gen.G fans everywhere, as this is the dominant showing we saw from this team all year long in terms of LCK, in terms of regular season matchups where they are undefeated, and peak Gen.G form does show up here in game 3. They will not go down without a fight. It is not going to be a 3-0, but this is only step 1 of 3. They need to...
What are you doing this far up the lane? As Zeka says, well, there's nothing I can do. First blood is given over to Chovy in the top lane, and already Zeus is going to be punished here, and they're just going to give the kill and the stack over to
So that from Canyon,
and so they're just going to try to give this kill over to Zeka. Nicely handed over. Just form a wall. They say no thank you, but Peanut goes back in, and a ton of damage is done to the Maokai, but the Lulu barely keeps him alive, and that's a kill for the Yone. Finds another pick on a Chovy here, who's just on the run, and there's the engage with Peanut going back in with the Rift Herald, picks up another one, and Chovy not able to do much here on the right side of the fight. Looking good for the side of Hanwha Life. So it's just a straight up 2v1, and Zeus doesn't really deal damage yet. So it's going to be a free kill given over to Canyon. Second kill between their legs. As down goes the Peanuts Maokai, and it was just such a chunk here. He's going to get zoned away from the turret as well. He gets taken out, as yes, Keen will go down as well, but the job is already done. Duro and Canyon behind them, and Zeka and Delight have nowhere to go, just being chunked out by Ruler and by Canyon. Gen.G running the Rift right now.
I mean, it did die to the tower.
Yes.
You know, this is one of those weird situations where that looked really positive on the back end.
Comes out from the Jinx, and a nice ult here, but it's only hitting tanks on the side of Zeka. Duro is going to get quite low, but so is Zeka. Zeka's just out of this one. We do get a kill on a Duro, though. And now Viper has the damage. He's actually going to get out here. Tries to taxi on a Peanut, but with a Lulu around, it's just elementary as they give a ton of gold, actually 1,000 gold over to sure about this, but they do have a lot of damage on this Baron already. Jovi's got a nice angle on the left side. They just want to turn off of this, actually. Keen very tanky, but not tanky enough. Duro not able to peel for him, and now Viper gets excited.
Chovy with the gold card here.
Oh, comes in, flash through on Duro, and that's going to be the end of this Yone as he's going to unbound, but yeah, he's just gone. Take a look at and the massive kick behind everyone, and the Cho'Gath knocks up everyone as well on the backside, as Ruler's already dead, and they don't have the damage if they don't have Ruler, as that is going to be the end, or not Ruler, Viper, he's going to go down.
20 seconds left on Zeka, 12, they have a wave.
Yeah, they have a Cho'Gath who is full health with the Senna behind him. And Duro just going to knock away Zeus. You don't have any chance of killing the minions when you're that far away. As this should be going to Silver Screeps, ladies and gentlemen, as Zeus trying his best, and they're just going to flash over and kill the Nexus. That gets it done. Gen.G looking for the reverse sweep if they can do it in Game 5.
You know, games 1 and 2, we're kind of wondering.
First blood over to Hanwha esports after Canyon steals the Dragon, and they will give that kill over to Viper.
When Canyon went in that pit,
being clear, do they care about it as the Braum trying to zone them away, and that's going to be a kill on the Rakan already. Another flash comes out from Peanut, but at least Viper time. Duro is able to keep Ruler safe, but not for long as the Tarn comes in. But now the counter engage and Viper just dies. He was 1 second away from his ult, didn't have it in the fight, and now the damage is coming through here for Gen.G as Chovy Canyon doing a ton of damage here already as now the Gnar comes out, but might be too little too late as well. Canyon's gonna get the kill, but it is traded back. This does give Keen the free wave in top, but
as a turret as well.
They are pushing bot.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you'll take this as HLE. Again, this turret's very healthy, and the bottom turret goes down. You got the kill back anyway. Sure, some assist goal goes over as Chovy.
Yeah, I think, you know, this is what I was talking about on the counter push. As Zoe, it's so hard. You can be in so much trouble if you get over aggressive, and now they're looking for more. Duro just barely, okay, he's gonna get charmed up, and I think they've got the damage here with the Jace. And there you go, very nice juggling of the aggro as here comes Ruler. There's the Mega Gnar, and Keen looking for the flank, and it's just going to go to a flip. It goes to Canyon, but let's take a look at this fight as Canyon taking a bunch of damage, but Pino went way too deep, not able to quite get the sleep off, as now Keen taxing Zeus out of this fight. Hanwha Life in a bunch of trouble as now they have nowhere to go. The sleep comes down on a Viper, and the chase potential of this comp shines. They take out the Xayah. And now we got Viper just trying to do a red buff, and he's going to be punished, and Zeus comes in here. Hanwha Life falling apart, in Gen.G playing guerrilla warfare. Yeah, the poke war is beginning. HLE do have position on this objective. And Duro getting pretty low himself. Zeus gets over the wall, but that's not Mega Gnar as they turn immediately on Zeus. He's getting burst down, but down will go Canyon immediately, and the smite goes to HLE as it's a broken up fight here for Gen.G. 2 people go into the back line, and one of them immediately gets burst down. Just going way too deep to try to catch people out. Chovy looking for the follow-up picks. Maybe he's able to catch Zeus here, but no, Zeus is going to walk out. And the Braum not able to catch him either. He is going to try to flash, though, and in goes Ruler, and finally does take him down. Gen.G at least get the Gnar on the back of that.
yeah,
Gets the disengage through. Peanut getting no value on this Lilia. They're just trying to abandon ship, but Gen.G have other ideas. They catch up to the Gnar. And that'll be the first pick on top of the Otacon that they just got, and they're looking for more. Gauge from the Aatrox, not the best, but it's going to keep them around, and now Ruler gets an opportunity to get in, and that'll be the end of Zeka as he gives his life, but so does Viper. And now, one by one, they are falling. And Gen.G pick up 3. They lose the Drake, but they take a massive fight. Comes through, the engage is not snap, and it doesn't do much of anything. The sleep only hits the Wukong, and maybe they get it as a consolation prize. Canyon goes in, keeps them around.
They're so split.
Might just get it done. He's got Chovy over here, and Ruler just able to turn and take the fight. He is so fed, and there's nothing that Mini Gnar can do about it. There's nothing that Peanut can do about it. As Gen.G more than 10,000 gold ahead, they take down the turrets, but the health bars are pretty low.
Zeka's back, and I think they're really judging this very carefully.
Ruler's healing up.
They got the BT, and yeah, the Mega Gnar is just going to be zoned away. The Sonya's picked up by Chovy. Ruler trying to tip away at the Nexus, might just be able to do it right here, right now, and it looks like they have done it. Delight can't get it done, and with a smile on his face, Gen.G, Chovy will be your first seed, moving on to MSI tonight.
Gen.G will complete the reverse sweep. 3 times in a row they went to Game 5 against HLE and they were denied.